Welcome back, Israel, to your Caribou Data Science channel. Today is September the 19th, 2021. Because it is a Sunday, that means you get two first on reports today. That's in addition to your daily COVID-19 analysis, you also at no additional charge get a weekly COVID-19 vaccine report for your country of Israel. Now, I will give a big shout out to this 99 people who watched this video in the last 24 hours in Israel. That is fantastic, my friends. That's just a fantastic number. What's even more interesting is of the 99, 68 of those people were under the age of 18, okay, which is considered to be a child or children by YouTube. 31 adults is good, but really nice to get 50 or 60 adults also to go along with the 68 young people. Okay. Now, before we get started, there's a couple things we need to remind ourselves of. And that is that, well, the COVID-19 vaccine, at least in the US, will not keep you from getting COVID-19. What it might do is it might reduce the severity of the disease. And by reducing the severity of the disease, it may reduce the chance that you'll die from COVID-19. Although I still believe the single biggest determining factor of who lives and who dies is still probably age. And if you're like me, you're over the 65 age group, my chances of dying from COVID-19, despite the vaccine, is still greater than someone who's under the age of 30. Okay, so the question still remains: how many? Well, so let's take a look at your vaccine numbers here. Okay, let's take a look here at your total vaccination. What's interesting is you go up really steeply here, then you kind of level off, then you start being more aggressive again over here. So what you can see here is you currently administered 14.7 million doses. Of those doses, uh, 6.06 million people have received a single dose, and 5.6 million people have received a full dosage. So what this means is currently about 68.9% of your population have received a single dose, and 63.4% of your population has been fully vaccinated. Now, what's interesting is despite this massive vaccination program, cases have continued to go up. Okay? Deaths have continued to go up. But the question is this: should you get vaccinated? Absolutely. There is no valid medical reason for not getting vaccinated, okay? So I'm getting a bit distracted. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 numbers now. So Israel currently has had 12.2 million cases, 7,511 deaths. Well, you can see they did have a spike back over here for some reason or other. Spiked at on September the 8th at 22,291 cases. Okay. But that number dropped back down to 8,954 on September the 18th. Well, on September 14th, the 7-day average as on September 14th was 8,165 cases per day. Question is, how many of these people were vaccinated? Same question for deaths. How many of these people were vaccinated? How many of these people were vaccinated? For September 18th, you reported 17 deaths. For September the 8th, you reported 56 deaths. With the 7-day average as of September the 15th, for September 15th, for the 7-day period ending September the 15th, you were averaging 24.7 deaths per day. If we look at cases, again, how many of these people were vaccinated? Along the increasing trend in cases in Israel. Okay? What about deaths? You are seeing an increase in deaths, although the deaths 2 weeks ago were 204 single week, but now the last 2 weeks, those number of deaths have declined. What about monthly cases for the country of Israel? Well, you can see that, August and September so far are the second and third most cases in over a year. Okay? What about deaths? Deaths are still higher than the previous 5 months, but they're still lower than these 2 months right here for deaths. Okay. So anyway, that does conclude your numbers for today, Israel. Hey, don't forget to give a big shout out to the 99 people watch this video in the last 24 hours. Again, 68 young folks, 32 older people like myself. Thanks again so much for those views. Hey, don't forget to click the like button. It'd really be great to get 1 like for every single view, okay, on the channel. Also, don't forget to click on that subscribe button and click on that share button. And for the units. Okay, anyway, and click on that share button, share the video on Facebook and Twitter. Also, copy and paste the link into an email or text message. Again, thanks so much, Israel, for your time. We'll see you tomorrow with an updated report.